Thanks for joining us. I'm Mitchell Ringo. Today marked the first annual arrival of the Ocean Navigator, which is a 205-passenger cruise ship. The vessel anchored in Thunder Bay for the day and gave its passengers a chance to explore the city. Jessica Clement has the story.
The Great Lakes cruise ship left Duluth and dropped anchor at the Pool 6 dock around 10:30 Sunday morning. The vessel is operated by American Queen Voyages and was designed to look like a classic American steamboat. This is the ship's first of 2 day stops in the city, and Paul Pepe, manager of tourism Thunder Bay, says that the city's tourism is back in a big way.
It's bringing in new guests, predominantly from the U.S., but also guests from around the world as well that are coming to explore the Great Lakes. So, being able to welcome new guests to the city and new groups is a sign that tourism is recovering for us. But it's also the exposure it gives us on a national and international level as well. Is that a lot of travel media is following these vessels, is reporting on these vessels, and that's generating a lot of media attention that elevates Thunder Bay's reputation too.
Over 200 passengers and close to 100 crew members were aboard the ship, and passengers were given the option to either take a tour bus to visit the area's biggest landmarks or to explore the city on their own.
They'll be visiting Fort William Historical Park. They'll be visiting Kekabeka Falls. Some will probably want to head downtown, explore either the waterfront district, or just explore on their own as well. So there's 3 excursions that are going out that are part of the cruise's itinerary, and then our tourism staff are here today with the concierge tent, just helping connect those that want to explore independently.
The ship will be leaving the port at around 10 o'clock Sunday night, but will be making another day stop in Thunder Bay on June 26th. Jessica Clement, TBT News.
The 3-day summit organized by the Sioux Lookout First Nations Health Authority was held this week in Thunder Bay. It focused on helping Indigenous communities in the region take control of their health care and design a system that meets their unique needs. Vasilios Bellos reports.
Each day of the summit put on by the Sioux Lookout First Nations Health Authority opened up with a drum song and prayer before the floor was opened up to comments and speeches from various Indigenous leaders in the region. The title of the summit is Kanawenametasuan, which means looking after yourself. James Morris is the president and CEO for the Health Authority and says the conference is all about taking control of and localizing healthcare in their communities.
We did it all ourselves. We didn't depend on anybody to help us. Now, it's all we do. We wait for somebody to come and do everything for us. We want to get away from that. We want to look after ourselves.
The summit had opportunities for those in attendance to take part in breakout groups to discuss what they believe would be the best ways to achieve these healthcare goals. Morris offered some solutions, including training nurses and doctors within these communities.
A lot of what we call agency nurses come from Toronto, and they go up there on, I think, 2-week rotations, and then they leave again. That's not enough time to build a working relationship with your clients.
During the speeches, many emotional stories were shared surrounding loved ones who were unable to receive proper health care for illnesses. Wallace McKay was the MC of the summit and says these healthcare difficulties go beyond physical ailments, with mental health supports being crucial as well.
The young people that commit suicides is a direct result of the health services that we've had before. The imposition of being subjected to experiments such as residential schools. We are suffering.
Now that the 3-day summit has concluded, the Sioux Lookout First Nations Health Authority plans to take the lessons and ideas inspired through these discussions to ensure these communities have access to health care and the ability to look after themselves in their own way. Vasilios Bellos, TBT News.
For years, the Atikokan Sportsmen's Conservation Club has worked hard in efforts to keep the ecosystem healthy by doing what they can to assist walleye in spawning season. But a new initiative last month saw members of the Deer Lake First Nation spend some time in the community and in the field in preparation for the construction and operation of a hatchery of their own. Adam Riley has the details.
Mother Nature has a tough time with it because probably somewhere between 2 and 10% of the eggs that ever get laid with, or hatched or laid with a walleye ever hatch.
With that information in hand, Atikokan Sportsmen's Conservation Club President Dennis Fredrickson says it's the club's job to hatch eggs, and it's a job statistically they do very well.
That jar right there has an 83% hatch rate. 83. So we're looking at 8 to 10 times being more productive than an egg being laid in the wild.
With a capacity of 20,000 and the success rate mentioned, the club could restock many lakes and rivers with walleye each year. However, this year their collection was drastically affected by low water temperatures and high water levels. But with 3 jars, they were still able to accomplish the first steps of a collaboration with Deer Lake First Nation that has been several years in the making.
They were concerned about their walleye numbers. Their catches seem to have getting smaller and fewer. And so is there something that we could do to supplement that population? We went down to Atikokan just to talk to the crew down there and just to see what they thought. And the relationship just fit.
As part of the collaboration, community members spent several weeks working alongside Frederickson and other club members, learning the process, including Benjamin Beaver, who as an angler has seen the decline in walleye firsthand and is hoping others from his community and the region will take an interest.
Anybody can do it, even if anyone participates, they will have that privilege to learn from these guys here. They have knowledge and everything.
The next steps of the project will be the completion of construction of the hatchery, which will also act as a research and monitoring station with the hope that Deer Lake could train more people for other hatcheries in the region in the future. Adam Riley, TBT News.
Today was the 35th anniversary for the Law Enforcement Torch Run, which raises awareness and funds for Special Olympics globally, as well as celebrating the local athletes participating in the Special Olympics. Roughly 100 residents came out to participate, and with a police escort, the group made their way around Chapels Park. The lit torch was held at the front of the walkers, and each athlete was given the chance to carry it. This was the first walk since the pandemic, and participants were excited to come together again and support each other. Constable Naomi Fillier says the support from the community has had a big impact on the athletes and their families.
A lot of the families have even said that without Special Olympics and Law Enforcement Torch Run, that they wouldn't be able to do any of this. They feel so supported, especially in our community here in Thunder Bay and Northwest region. We really do a lot with our athletes to try and get them out, show them support, that we're all inclusive, and that we love this.
And another event involving running took place on Saturday, with the Canadian Cancer Society hosting the 2022 Relay for Life at the Lakehead University hangar, which was the first time the event has been held in person since the start of the COVID-19 pandemic. While the organizers did not set a goal for the year's event, as many may still be wary of gathering, the aim of the event was to raise money and awareness for those affected by cancer and those going through treatment. This year's event featured a hope ceremony, which shares the story of cancer survivors, the relay, and the most important part of the event, the luminary ceremony. With over 200 different types of cancer, co-director Melissa Irvine says this event fundraises for all of them and says it's amazing to be back in person.
We just want people to come out, come back. We're back in person now. If we have 5 people or we have 500 people, it's all the same. It's all going to the same cause. And it's just to let people know that we are here for them. We're fundraising for them, fundraising for everybody. And it's knowing that eventually we're going to get back to where we were, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. So having bigger and better events.
You can still reach out and make a donation to the cause by heading to the website relayforlife.ca/Thunder Bay. We will soon be joined by sports anchor Kurt Black. He's going to have everything you need to know about local and other sports. We'll be back right after the break.